told through the stories of today's leaders in finance, tech, real estate, culture, and sustainability. This is Planet Gold, with your host, Enzo Di Taranto.
Good afternoon, and can I have your name and your title, please?
Yes, my name is Enzo Di Taranto. I was the campaign manager of the United Nations Secretary General in New York, and I've been head of several United Nations offices in many countries worldwide, especially in conflict or areas affected by natural disasters. And currently I'm the president of Xen Technologies, which is a holding focusing on climate technologies, in particular to prevent and respond to extreme weather events. I also produce high-end eco masterminds during the major global media events such as the Cannes Film Festival, Formula One Grand Prix or Fashion Weeks. And I work in the climate space agenda, being this week in Davos, Switzerland during the World Economic Forum.
Perfect. So can I tell me more about your expectations about this forum?
Yes, my target is to influence the political, economic and financial agenda so that sustainability is better incorporated in decision making and in investment decisions, so that there is a shift from traditional investing that is focused mainly on ROI, on return on investment, and so on generating monetary profit, towards a new generation of investors and investing that is more focused on creating impact. And that impact can be both regenerating the planet, like for instance, moving from an extraction mentality to a regenerative mentality, and so financing more renewable energies vis-a-vis fossil-based fuels, and supporting the transition of the major economic sectors of the global economy, such as agriculture, technology, fashion, real estate, to be more conscious and more respectful of Mother Earth.
Perfect. Can you share me more about your opinion on the development of the United Nations, maybe in 10 or 5 years?
Well, the United Nations is experiencing a profound crisis that is due to the evolution of society compared to 80 years ago, where the organization was founded, right? So being a major corporation, its decision-making process and its evolution is slower than the accelerated progression of the global society. And so, just as an example, the pace of the speed of evolution of technology is so fast that an organization that is based on consensus or on, like for instance in the Security Council of the United Nations, being a huge global corporation, is it's challenging in terms of adaptation to the speed, the accelerated speed of technology. And also from a financial perspective, the organization is financed through mainly voluntary contributions by member states, and nowadays these contributions are decreasing because there are other priorities or there are crises that
I wonder, from your expertise, what do you see the economic right now in this world? Like, what's the trend you see?
Yes, the major innovation of the global finances is the blockchain, which is a new technology that allows um, economic and financial flows to be more democratic and more transparent. The blockchain has not yet reached a level of the blockchain is the major technological innovation that is revolutionizing the finance sector, in particular the climate finance sector. And so the blockchain allows finances to be more democratic, to be more transparent, more accountable, and this obviously disrupts the traditional financial system that is based on the oligopoly of a few major bank and financial corporations. So while the blockchain has not reached yet its level of, it's not yet mainstream, I foresee that in the next 5 years it will become much more massified in the global economy. So many more people will use the blockchain and other technologies to bypass the traditional financial sector.
Cool. Thank you very much. And let's keep on this topic. What do you think financially China can do better? Like how? Yeah.
Yeah, what I admire of China is that it has invested heavily in climate technologies. And so you know well that China dominates the production and commercialization of solar panels, for instance, or hydroelectric turbines and other technologies that are more regenerative of the planet and use renewable energies and make them accessible to the consumers because of their low production cost. And so I admire that China has achieved to lead this transition of the world economy, at least in terms of innovation, and particularly with the solar and hydroelectric sources of energy. Obviously, China is experiencing a major demographic crisis like in Europe. So the rate of growth of the population has decreased enormously recently, and so maybe in 10 or 20 years it will face a lack of manpower, so that could be a challenge that the Chinese economy may have to face in the next future.
Thank you very much. So this is your first time in Davos, no?
No. I've been here several times, and since 3 years I produce specific events that put at the core of the global political and economic agenda sustainability as the new mega trend that together with technology will and actually is revolutionizing the traditional economic and financial and industrial sectors. So I'm blessed and privileged and honored to be part of this major activation here in Davos during the World Economic Forum. But we do that everywhere in the world, like for instance during the UN Climate Week in New York in September, or during the Cannes Film Festival in May, or the Venice Film Festival in September, or the Energy Forum in Abu Dhabi. So we use all these global media stages to communicate my innovative vision about the global climate agenda, mainly based on technology.
What do you think about the politics? You know that Trump is gonna come here, maybe today or tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So what do you think about this?
Well, President Trump has an energy policy based on extraction of fossil sources, and this is a political decision that I don't agree completely, even though I understand the economic reasons behind it. But I want to highlight an anecdote that's it's interesting. If you remember, during the start of this second presidential mandate, President Trump and the First Lady were basically forced to travel to California because of major bushfires, and to other states of the United States. I think it was Michigan and other states where their populations experienced the worst ever flooding due to heavy rains. And so he had to travel to be closer to the populations who were affected by these extreme weather events. And this obviously shows that global warming exists, because actually the Copernicus European satellite has registered the year 2025 as the hottest year ever registered in the history of humanity. So the point is that even maybe reluctantly, but President Trump has shown that responding to extreme weather events and the natural disasters is a political priority, and it is also an economic priority, because the damage that these extreme weather events cause is phenomenal. And so the point is that even if the political and ideological agenda is of the Trump administration is not in favor of sustainability or more sustainable industrial practices, but still the reality is that the U.S. economy is being affected by this major evolution of the climate. And so we will see how that goes, but regardless from the political decisions of the current U.S. administration, sustainability is an irreversible mega trend that cannot be stopped. It can be only slowed down, and that the future of the global economy in all major economic sectors, from agriculture to technology, real estate, fashion, and so on, is highly affected or influenced by the climate, and so that is irreversible. It will not be changed, and the future is there. Those investors who invest now are those who will make more money.